India is about to become the largest operator of America's most advanced surveillance drone anywhere in the world, second only to the United States itself. Before that happens, the Navy isn't waiting around. It's leasing 2 of these drones right now for 30 months, while the bigger deal for 31 more is still being finalized. So why lease drones you are already buying? And what does this actually give India that it doesn't have today? Let's break it down. The Defence Ministry has signed a contract with General Atomics for 2 MQ9B Sea Guardian drones on lease for the Indian Navy for 30 months at a cost of around Rs 1,943 crore. These are high-altitude, long-endurance aircraft built to fly for extended periods while streaming back intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance data. The timing matters. This lease is meant to plug a gap right now, giving the Navy persistent eyes over the Indian Ocean region while the larger drone procurement is still working its way through the system. And the need is real. Tensions in West Asia and China's growing presence in the Indian Ocean have both made it more urgent for India to keep continuous watch over a stretch of ocean that's simply too vast to monitor with ships and manned aircraft alone. Equipped with advanced sensors, these 2 Sea Guardians will let the Navy track activity across huge areas and react quickly to whatever they find, instead of waiting for intermittent patrol coverage. The lease is really just the opening move. Alongside it sits a much bigger agreement, a $3.5 billion deal with the United States to buy 31 MQ9B drones outright. Under the Foreign Military Sales Program, this one covers all 3 services. The Navy gets 15 Sea Guardians while the Air Force and Army get 8 Sky Guardians each. It's not just about the aircraft either. The package includes setting up a maintenance, repair and overhaul facility in India, meant to keep these drones running for a long haul with proper logistics support built in, rather than India having to depend on the US for every repair. Once these drones are flying, they are expected to do 2 jobs at once, watching the northern border with China and tracking naval movement across the Indian Ocean. That's a rare combination. One platform covering both a land border and a maritime theatre, which is exactly why this deal has been years in the making. Here's the detail that changes what this deal actually means for India. Of the 31 drones being purchased, only 10 will arrive ready to fly straight from the US. The other 21 will be assembled in India. That's a meaningful shift from how big defense deals usually work. It's not just a purchase, it's a transfer of assembly know-how, letting Indian industry build real expertise in putting together some of the most advanced unmanned aircraft in the world. Every drone assembled here adds to India's high-tech supply chain and keeps skilled work and expertise inside the country instead of it staying entirely with the supplier. Add the 2 leased drones to the 31 being purchased, and once all of them are inducted, India will operate more MQ9B drones than any country in the world apart from the United States itself. That's a striking position for a country that until recently was still working to catch up on this kind of technology. What these drones actually deliver is endurance most manned aircraft simply can't match. Hour after hour of surveillance over vast stretches of land and sea, feeding intelligence for maritime monitoring, border security and long-range reconnaissance all at once. And there is a bigger picture behind the number itself. This deal is one of the clearest signals yet of how far the India-US defense relationship has come, with both countries explicitly framing it around keeping the Indo-Pacific free and open at a time when China is becoming more assertive across the region. The lease gets the Navy flying these drones today. The $3.5 billion deal is what turns India into one of the world's biggest operators of them tomorrow.